Greetings, everybody, and I hope everyone is doing great this fine day. And I want to come on today to express a little of myself in regards to why I am so focused on self-healing. There is so much going on in this world, and we want to blame it on society, but we're not facing the fact that society is us. We are society, and in order to change society, one by one, piece by piece, bit by bit, we all need to look in the mirror. In order to change society, change yourself. Energy is very important because energy has an impact on who we come in contact with. Our energy can expand from 1 inch, half an inch, a milliliter from around us to miles and miles and miles outside. This is why they say that you can heal someone at a distance, because you can allow your energy to expand out. But we don't want to expand certain energies, and we haven't focused on ourselves. You understand me? You must heal your mind and your heart. You ask, how do you heal your mind and your heart? Well, let me start with me. And I'm going to use this quote, and a lot of people say, oh, it's not true. In a sense, it is true. What is true for me is true for you. And I mean that in a sense that if I can heal, so can you. But how I've healed, you may not heal the same way, and I truly understand that. And I'm not telling you or being judgmental of you, but I know it's true. And how to heal the mind is not basically sitting up there saying prayers or listening to motivational speakers to heal your mind. It's a process. This I do know is true. I like to focus on spiritual healing because our true authentic self is not the body. It's not physical. It's not what you look at. A part of that spiritual is connecting the mental and emotional bodies. So I understand the signs and symptoms. So let me explain a few of these signs and symptoms that you may be having that lets you know you're having a spiritual awakening. Now, I'm going to relate because these are things that I've went through. It's taken me most of my life, and maybe universe was trying to wake me up first, or be of the first batch. Let me put it that way, because I don't want to just make it seem like, oh, I'm the first one in the whole wide world to wake up, which is not true. You feel different. You feel out of place amongst your family, amongst your friends. You try so hard to fit in. You try to change the way you look. You go to school and try to learn the language they speak. You're doing a lot, but you still deep down know there's something different about you. You wonder, where are my kind at on this planet? Who can I relate to? And you may think maybe they're miles and miles apart. Maybe they're in another country. Maybe they're in another universe or another planet. You have dreams that you have yet to understand. But you're constantly having dreams. And these dreams, you know deep down are trying to tell you something, but at the moment, you can't figure it out. Luckily, at a very young age, in my younger years, let's say elementary school, but I started interpreting my dreams in junior high and high school. So I've come to know what my dreams were telling me. And it took a period of time for me to know that these dreams that I was decoding was accurate. The way I was interpreting and decoding my dreams or analyzing my dreams was accurate, because I had to wait a period of time to see if what I analyzed was true in my awakened or this life, to see how the dream go with what I analyze. And I come to realize, oh, I know how to decode my own dreams. And over a period of time, of course, I was decoding and analyzing other people's dreams. Another sign, symptom of a spiritual awakening is you'll be amongst people and you observe them, but you do realize that your thinking is totally different from theirs. And if you was to speak up about what you was thinking and how you analyze the data that they are trying to analyze, they would think you were crazy or insane. Or they would think you belong in an institution. And a lot of us are a part of families that if we truly express ourselves, our families will have us committed to an institution. And it has happened to some people. So I can understand how and why you're afraid to be your authentic self. I know you're saying, Anita, I can't be my authentic self. Now, I want to take the story of Jesus, okay? Because Jesus, at a certain age, had to leave his family because he knew that who he was, he already knew and was given guidance that he couldn't stay amongst his family because his family would not accept him right away. So he made this statement that always stuck with me. My family are those who can relate to me and I can relate to. That's why when I come on here, I always say that I am here to relate to those who can relate to me, because my views and how I see the world is totally different. I may not be accepted. And I know a lot of videos that I make, a lot of things that I post on social media, a lot of people have second thoughts. Even though deep down inside they may feel that way, but they're afraid and they look at me, oh, she's so brave to be herself, to talk about certain things. The world wouldn't be what it is today if we continue to hide who we truly are. Who we truly are in this realm, we have to express ourselves in a creative manner. And this is my way. It's creative in a sense that I'm making a video, but I'm being myself by what I am discussing and the topics I bring up. For so long, I held myself in, and a lot of you are holding yourself in. Some of you, another sign or symptom that you may be experiencing is experiences with the paranormal. it doesn't really bother you. It kind of spook you out a little bit because it was never talked about as you was growing up. It was taboo. Another thing or sign or symptom is you feel a connection with nature. You feel powerful. But let me explain to you about that power you feeling, because the power that you feeling, that you want to express on a physical realm, was once expressed spiritually. So in this realm, on a physical note, you can only express it through your creativity, creative gifts that you were given. So if you're an artist, you have to draw it or paint it out. If you're a musician, you have to rap it or sing it out. If you're an instrumentalist, you have to create beats to musically express it out. If you're a hairstylist, you have to create the hairstyles. If you're into fashion, you have to create the fashion from whatever world or spirit realm you're from. You're bringing it. Your spiritual self is the blueprint of creativity to express it on a physical realm. Now, what's my purpose? Even though I've given you a few of these signs and symptoms, there are more that I could probably express here, but I'm not trying to create a very long video in one sitting to do this, because our mind spans have grown short. So what I'm trying to get you to understand and see, and how I have healed, I am learning and have learned to not compare myself to others. That I have to really pay attention to myself so that I can be myself. This is the day and time that we're living in. And how do we come about being ourselves? Sometimes we experience traumas in our lives. Having our heart broken, being betrayed by family, being betrayed by friends, accidents, you name it. I can't really think of a lot of traumas. Something may even trigger us. Somebody might say something. Something might happen that we see that trigger us to change. And sometimes when the universe give us synchronicities and signs to change, and we keep ignoring those signs and synchronicities, it comes in the form of traumas to the point of losing it all, something tragic happening, just for us to wake up so that we can put in the effort to change. And boy, did it happen to me. I lost my job, I lost my home, I lost my car, I lost some friends and family. And when I say lost, I mean they stopped associating themselves with me because they kept seeing things within me that made them feel uncomfortable. Sometimes just because we're born into a family doesn't make them our family. It's just that we needed their DNA. So that through whatever genetics and past influences in our ancestral lineage, it takes someone as us, an enlightened person, to come into that family to make the traumatic change. And it starts with you. You who can relate to what I'm saying in this video. I've come to you. And there was a post I saw today, and it stated that if you can pay $600 and $700 for a pair of tennis shoes, then you can pay $600 or $700 for 90 days of transformation. What's different about placing information on YouTube to help you change than being in a one-on-one session with someone to help you change? Because the people who bring the information into their videos and post them publicly is just information. You don't get the totality and the one-on-one and the full ingredients. You're not sitting there or standing there with the master and he taking you step by step. Because even though he may give you the ingredients and then you put it into the oven, he's not really telling you everything that it takes to prepare before even preparing the dish. Where he gets his creativity from. How does he come up with it? He just gave you the recipe. So, in one-on-one sessions with me, I'm taking you through a transformation. In this video, in all of my videos, I just give you general information. So I'm going to post in this video how you may contact me. I don't care about YouTube views. Now, I wish I could get some YouTube views so that the information that I'm generalizing, people can at least have that planted within their subconscious mind. And at some point in their lives, it triggers change because it has grown within them. Because the seed was planted. But I'm not here for everybody. I'm only here for those who can relate to me and what I'm saying and some of the signs, symptoms, and synchronicities. And even though some of your signs, symptoms, and synchronicities might be more in number, I'm sure there is more signs, symbols, and synchronicities because there's even more that I've experienced. So, I'm not here to mess around and play around, even though I can tap into that childlike image within. But it's time to get serious now. Playtime is over. Recess is over. It's time to come inside to transform with the lessons I have to give. So when you're ready, I'm ready to teach you how to be responsible for your own self-healing and spiritual growth. All right? Come sup with me. Peace.